For everything scary, I'm GM Haunts, and this is my full Halloween 2023 animatronic collection. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the biggest video in GM Haunts history, because this is Animatronic Collection 2023. I am incredibly excited to be presenting this video to all of you, because last year I did my first ever collection video, and now we are back for the second rendition. Last year I had 50 animatronics, and then now for this season I am up to 66, and we are going to be taking an in-depth look at every single animatronic that I currently own from all different Halloween companies and manufacturers. So, without any further ado, let's jump into Animatronic Collection 2023. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so for the first prop of the 2023 collection video, we are going to start off on the right side of the huge, monstrous sea, no pun intended, of animatronics, and we're going to start off with one of my smallest set of animatronics. This is the Pumpkin Twins from Home Depot 2021. So, let's take a look.
Trick or treat. Don't you look scary tonight?
Is my head on straight?
I hope we see some ghosts and goblins tonight.
Give us something good and sweet.
Next up, we have the Harvester from Spirit Halloween. I think this guy has earned the right to be being called one of the classic Spirit props, and this is a 2012 model. Let's take a look.
Welcome, traveler. This way will lead you to the house of torture, and that way will take you to a path of eternal pain and suffering. You cannot turn back, but you are free to choose.
Alright, so next up we have the Spirit of Halloween 2022 Monty animatronic, manufactured by Seasonal Visions. Let's take a look. Alright, so next up we have the new for 2023 Spirit of Halloween Heckles animatronic, also manufactured by SVI, and this is one of the replacement heads, which is why it looks so awesome. Let's take a look.
Step right up, and get your balloons here. Only 10 cents, and what's a day at the circus without a balloon? Just don't come a knocking for refunds. Don't ask why.
Next up is a special animatronic, because this is Miserable Marie from Spirit of Halloween 2020, manufactured by WO Plastic Metal Factory, and in last year's collection video, she actually was not functioning. She was a static prop. I am happy to say I was able to repair her, and now she's back to all her former glory for the 2023 collection video. So, let's take a look. Next up, we have one of my favorite animatronics for the 2023 season, and this is Gourdo from Spirit of Halloween, manufactured by SLA Sound and Light Animatronics. So, let's get a demo. Here we have the Spirit of Halloween 2009 life-size spider prey. Obviously, this guy is just a static prop, but a good one. I actually do enjoy the look of this guy, especially for being such a rare prop from all the way back in 2009. So here he is, the Spirit of Halloween life-size spider prey. Here we have the Goblin Thief from Home Depot Halloween 2022. One of my favorite props that still Home Depot has ever released for Halloween, and this guy is manufactured by Techie Design. Let's take a look.
I have such delights for you. Step up and take a look. You will be the next that I will cook.
Here we have the Spirit Halloween 2016 Roaming Antique Clown manufactured by SVI Seasonal Visions, and this guy is an awesome prop. With him being a roamer, he is the only roaming prop that I currently own. So without further ado, let's take a look.
I can't wait for us to play together. Where did all the children run off to? We were going to have such fun together.
Here we have the creepy animated boy from Lowe's Halloween 2022, manufactured by Jemmy. So, let's get a demo. Here we have a very sought-after prop that not many people have. This is the Spirit of Halloween 2013 Skeeves the Creepy Butler, and this is not the life-size version. This is the 3-foot greeter version that went with the life-size version. This guy is awesome, and like I said, not many people have him, so let's take a look.
Guests that are still living, please go ahead before your survival instinct kicks in.
Next up is the newest addition to my collection, because I actually only picked this animatronic up yesterday. Yes, yesterday. He just made it in time for my 2023 collection video, and this is the Party City 2023 Leatherface animatronic. This guy is one of 3 Leatherfaces being released for Halloween 2023, and we will actually be taking a look at one of the other ones. As you can see, a little sneak peek just right over there, but this is the Party City version, manufactured by Techie, an incredible animatronic. So, let's take a look. Next up, we have the Spirit of Halloween 2022 Lil Skelly Bones animatronic. This guy is the flashback / like revamping of the original Lil Skelly Bones. This is the jump scare version, manufactured by Crazy Crate. So, let's take a look.
3, 2, boom! Ready or not, here I come. Da 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 da.
Here we have another one of my most recent additions to my collection, just from a couple of weeks ago, and this was a rare pickup I found on Facebook Marketplace, which can definitely find gems sometimes. This is the Spirit of Halloween 2016 Swinging Scarecrow, manufactured by YJ. I got him for a great deal, and he is an awesome animatronic, and again, another rare sought-after one. So, let's take a look.
Oh, you like my clothes? I got them from the frog. He's about 6 feet away from you. Straight down.
Here we have one of my favorite animatronics in my collection. This is the Spirit Halloween 2021 Mr. Howle, manufactured by WO Metal Plastic Factory. And I actually picked this guy up at the flagship store grand opening in 2021. This was the only one they had available in box, and I was the only person to own Mr. Howle in the country for about 2 weeks. So a very, very cool little story to go along with Mr. Howle here. But finally, let's take a look at his demo. Next up, we have the Spirit of Halloween 2018 Burlap Horror animatronic manufactured by Party Time. Not many people have this animatronic, and I feel like he isn't super remembered, but he is enjoyed by the people who do remember him because he is an awesome Harvest / Scarecrow prop. So, here's his demo. Next up, we have another one of my favorite props for 2023. This is the Servo Carnival Barker from Morris Costumes, manufactured by SVI. This guy is just incredibly realistic with his servo animation and LCD eyes. So, let's show that realism off.
Hurry in! See the insidious ickiness happening under this big top. We have the largest assortment of depraved individuals ever gathered in one place. Hey, I didn't invite them, and they won't leave. Do me a favor and oust them yourself. Just watch out you don't end up as depraved as they are. They have very convincing tactics.
Here we have the Morris Costumes Tumbling Clown, and I got this guy for a grand total of $36. An absolute steal. If you want to hear more about that, go check out my unboxing when I first picked up this guy to hear the full story of how I got this guy for so cheap. But that is not the point in this video. The point is to take a look at his demo. Next, we have another very cool prop that was new for 2023. This is the Party City Neon Ice Cream Clown, and I actually got to see him in real life for the first time at Party City's VIP Halloween kickoff, and when I saw him, I knew I had to add him to my collection. So, let's take a look.
You heard it here first, folks. Free sweet treats to all the little boys and girls this Halloween night. I have ice cream flavors to die for.
Here we have sort of a rare / forgotten prop. I don't really know what to call this guy because he's the Spirit Halloween 2016 Animated Evil Clown. So he does have some rarity to him. I know he does pop up on eBay, kind of few and far between. But at the same time, like I mentioned, he is also kind of a forgotten prop from Spirit 2016. But without any further ado, let's take a look at the Animated Evil Clown. Next up, we have the Spirit Halloween 2022 Lucky Bottoms, manufactured by WO, and this is actually one of the only props I don't have an unboxing up for on my channel, just because when I got him, there were some issues with him, and then I was delayed with the unboxing, and everything just got all screwed up, but he was in last year's collection video, and here he is once again. Let's take a look. Here we have Spirit Halloween's Toothy the Clown. Of course, this was the 2022 holiday release animatronic coming out in last November, so he just missed my collection video for last season, so now he's making his debut in my collection video for 2023. Obviously, he is on a swing, but we don't have a swing out here in my yard, so we just have him sitting in a chair, but still, that's fine. Let's take a look at Toothy the Clown.
Hey, do I look snazzy or what? I must be the only guy you know that shaves with a chainsaw.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, one of my absolute favorite pieces in my entire collection that you're seeing behind me, this is the Mutant Legend from Distortions Unlimited. Now, this guy was not in my collection video for 2022 because he came out for 2023 from Distortions, but Distortions releases their items in around December, and that's the month this guy came out. If you didn't see my unboxing for this guy back in December, you actually don't know that this guy right here is the exact Mutant Legend that Distortions used in the photos and sneak peek video when they released this guy. That's because when I purchased this guy, Ed Edmonds over at Distortions, the big mind behind all the creations, he told me that because I was buying him, he would send me the screen used version, the very first one, because I was buying it, and he knew that I was such a big fan of the Mutant Legend. So right here, a very special prop for my collection. There's also a signature from Ed Edmonds on the back of the Mutant Legend, which is just incredibly awesome. So Ed, thank you so much again for doing that for me. But take a look at him, one of my favorite props in the entire collection. Next up, we have the Spirit Halloween 2020 Lord Dakhanavar animatronic. This guy was the holiday release back in 2020, manufactured by YJ, one of my favorite hanging animatronics that Spirit has ever released. Let's take a look.
No, step back. No, wait. Come closer. Much closer. Let me breathe in your blood.
Next up, we have another one of my favorite ever Spirit hanging animatronics. This is, of course, the 2013 Bloody Bag of Jokes, all the way back from the Clown Train IAC. Like I just said, this is the original version of Bloody Bag of Jokes, not the 2021 version, the 2013 version, manufactured by YJ. Let's take a look.
You know I'm holding a knife in here, and you know what's bloodier than this knife? You, when I get out of here!
Next up, we are looking towards the back of the Sea of Animatronics here at Teary the Clown from Home Depot Halloween 2022. I actually got this guy on the online launch date for Home Depot Halloween last year, and here he is. So, let's take a look.
Roses are red, violets are blue. You'd better hide, or I'm gonna catch you!
Alright, and next up we have the new for 2023 Spirit Halloween Blackheart animatronic. One of my absolute favorites that are new for 2023. I love this guy so much, and he was one of the first props I got for the 2023 season. Let's take a look.
Don't be afraid. Your time has come. Join me now and forever. We will own the night.
Here we have Spirit Halloween's 2021 Henry Hustle, one of, in my opinion, the most unique clowns we have ever seen, not only from Spirit, but from any Halloween company, just because of this guy's animation, which we're going to take a look at right now.
Time for a trick. Remember this card. It'll be the last thing you'll ever see.
Okay, here we have the Spirit Halloween 2018 Forgotten Farmer animatronic, and as you can probably tell, he's very beat up. He does not function really anymore. I think he did in last year's collection video, at least with the mouth movement and talking. That doesn't even work anymore. You're gonna see a couple of, kind of a few broken animatronics in my collection video, and that's because a lot of these broken ones were actually my local Spirit Halloween store displays, and a lot of them I got for free before the store just completely threw them away. That's why there's a couple of broken ones you'll see in this video, and this right here is an example that this this was my local store display for Forgotten Farmer during the 2018 season of Spirit Acres Farms ISE, but unfortunately he has stopped working after last year's collection video. Next up, we unfortunately have a non-working animatronic in my collection. This is the Spirit Halloween 2019 Rusty, but I still think he makes a good static prop. I like that he's a harvest prop. I like that he's got the chainsaw with him, and even though he doesn't work anymore, I still do enjoy Rusty. Next up, we have the new for 2023 Home Depot Halloween THD 3000, or the Home Depot 3000, or Cold Hate. This guy goes by a couple of different names, but none of them matter because his coolness is really what matters, and that animation and everything that goes along with him, especially all the servos this guy has up in the head. So, let's take a look. Let's stand in front of him here.
Don't bother running, human. My tracking sensors still function, and your destruction is imminent. My internal calculations have determined that your chances of escape are less than 1%. Goodbye.
Next up, a slightly different animatronic from any of the other ones in my collection, because this guy would work for both Halloween or for Christmas. This is the new for 2023 Home Depot Jack Frost animatronic. I was sent this guy a little bit early to provide a first look of him here on the GM Haunts channel. If you want to go check that video out, then go and check it out. But here he is, Jack Frost. Let's take a look at him.
Santa kicked me out of his workshop. Guess he wasn't down to chill. So I have come to bring you a winter wonderland with extra frostbite.
Here we have the Spirit Halloween 2017 Hazmat Zombie, manufactured by Taylux Artware, who unfortunately has gone out of business and no longer manufactures animatronics for Spirit or any company, which is a shame because guys like this one, Hazmat Zombie, were awesome. Let's take a look. And here we have the very super rare Spirit Halloween 2008 Toxic Zombie. Kind of fitting that we put him in front of the Hazmat Zombie here. As you can see, I did not put the top on the barrel. I do have the piece. It has the hands and everything like that. But for anyone who has this guy, they know the design is pretty poor, simply because he's from all the way back in 2008, and Spirit was not at the point that they are currently at with animatronic manufacturing. So I'm not going to put the top on just because it really messes with him sometimes, but still, we'll take a look at him. So here's the Toxic Zombie. Next up, we have a very rare Spirit animatronic. This is Voice from the Grave from all the way back in 2008. Not many people can say they have this animatronic, but I do. Unfortunately, because he is so old, the mouth movement no longer functions, but he's actually still holding up pretty well for being such an old animatronic. But let's take a look.
The way you look really makes my skin crawl.
Here we unfortunately have another non-functional animatronic in my collection. This is the classic Spirit Halloween Sitting Scarecrow by Techie Design. His animation no longer functions, but again, just like Rusty, I think this guy is a good static prop still because he's just a Scarecrow and he makes sense for Halloween. Next up, we have the Spirit Halloween 2014 Helga Toadgutter animatronic. Unfortunately, she is no longer functioning. Also, her actual weld broke, so she's currently just leaning against her tombstone because the arm no longer clicks into the base here, but still a cool looking prop if you take a look at all the details on her face there. So there is Helga Toadgutter. This right here is another one of my favorite props in my entire collection because this is the Distortions Unlimited / Trick or Treat Studios Halloween 2018 Michael Myers. Now, the reason I said slash for that was because this guy was manufactured by Distortions, but he was never sold on their website. He was sold at Trick or Treat Studios online, and then the manufacturing was just covered by Distortions. So he's kind of a weird prop in that way that he was not sold by his manufacturer, but an amazing prop. Halloween 2018 is one of my favorite movies of all time, and this guy right here is a perfect rendition of Michael Myers from Halloween 2018, portrayed by James and Courtney in that film. I mean, the mask looks awesome, the glossy eyes, and he also has this animation of the arm going up and down with the knife. So here is Halloween 2018 Michael Myers by Distortions. All right, and now turning our attention to basically the center of this entire animatronic collection video, my tallest animatronic in the entire collection, Clown on Stilts, new for 2023, sold by Lowe's, online only, and manufactured by Techie. This guy's been a prototype since all the way back in 2019, and he was finally picked up for sale this year by Lowe's, standing at 8 feet tall. You can see how he towers over every other prop I have in my, other than Darling Dolly, because she's on the steps, but he is the tallest I currently own. So, let's take a look right in the center at Clown on Stilts.
Well. Welcome to the party. We couldn't wait till you arrived. It's finally time to eat.
Here we have one of my absolute favorite animatronics of all time. This is the Spirit Halloween 2022 Nozzles the Clown animatronic. A very different, extremely creative clown manufactured by SVI. This guy was very split. Some people hated him, some people like me loved him, and the reason for that mostly is because of the light show that this guy gives off, and then when you add on the fog like we're going to be doing today, it gets awesome. So, let's take a look at Nozzles the Clown.
Nothing like a little Halloween fog to set the mood. I can't get enough of this stuff. Get a load of this holiday cheer.
Next up, we have my fully functional Spirit of Halloween 2020 Peekaboo Clown, manufactured by SVI Seasonal Visions. I do have a second Peekaboo Clown, a little bit of a sneak peek right over there, who isn't fully functional. We'll take a look at him later, but here is the mint condition working Peekaboo Clown.
Where'd everyone go? I can't see, because I had my eyes closed. Blah. But I'll keep them open to see where you run away to. You can run, but you can't hide.
Here we have the Spirit of Halloween 2020 Uncle Charlie. Of course, the flashback version of the 2010 Uncle Charlie. This right here was actually the first ever Flashback Friday animatronic, and not a lot of people love it. It's very split. Some people love this guy, some people hate him, but either way, he goes down as the first ever flashback animatronic spirit ever sold. Manufactured by SVI. Let's take a look.
Want a little candy? Come on. I won't hurt you. Much.
Here we have the Spirit Halloween 2021 Lil Nester animatronic. Of course, this is the flashback version of Lil Nester, although there are really no major differences between this and the original 2014 version. Obviously, this guy is on a swing, but again, no hooks out here in my yard, so we just have him sitting in a chair, but let's take a look.
Hi, won't you play with me? Mother always said it was okay to put a dead thing. Please stay. My friends will be here soon. And then we can play together forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and
And here we have the second Leatherface animatronic in my collection. This is the Pretty Woman Leatherface, new for 2023 at Spirit Halloween. Earlier, we took a look at the Party City Leatherface that is being sold this year. That one is the ordinary Killing Mask Leatherface. And then like you can see, and like I said, this is the Pretty Woman version being manufactured by Party Time. One of my favorite props from Spirit this year. Let's take a look. And here we have the Spirit Halloween 2017, 2018, and 2019 Creepy Towering Clown slash Grimsley the Great, whatever you want to call him. Now this guy right here is a 2019 model. Obviously, Grimsley was sold in stores 2017, 2018, and then inbox only for 2019. And this is one of those inbox only models, which is why the face looks slightly different than the original 2017 and 2018 versions. But nonetheless, one of the taller animatronics that I own at 7 feet tall. Let's take a look at Creepy Towering Clown.
I'm starting a new snuggling. I'll need a hand for one of you. And a head. And a foot. That's all any part will do.
Next up, we have the Spirit Halloween 2016 Terror TV animatronic. Let's take a look.
It's coming for you. Your soul is mine.
Next up, we have the Spirit Halloween 2020 Ellie Hatchet animatronic, manufactured by Techie Design. This is definitely one of the more violent animatronics that I own in terms of animation. So, let's show that off.
Get back.
Next up, we have the Spirit Halloween 2014 Jack-O-Lunger animatronic. This is not the 2023 Haunted Hill Farm remake flashback Back from the Dead version. This is the original Spirit 2014 Jack-O-Lunger, so you can imagine that he is super finicky, just like everyone's was, because the quality was pretty bad on this animatronic. So his animation is kind of weird when he goes off. He lunges, but the arms don't really come forward anymore. He's kind of very odd, just like everyone's, but let's take a look. Next up, we have the Spirit Halloween 2016 Grim Graven Angel. Unfortunately, he's no longer functioning, but again, like I've said, for all of my non-functioning props, he is still a fantastic static prop, with him being a statue angel, and he goes well in a lot of different displays and settings. So a very cool one, standing at only 3 feet tall. There is Grim Graven Angel. Next up, we have the Spirit Halloween 2015 Pumpkin Guardian of the Grave, manufactured by Techie Design. Next up, we have the Spirit Halloween 2021 Wacky Mole Clown. This is the flashback version of Wacky Mole, and a little sneak peek. We have the original one as well to take a look at, but first we have the 2021 flashback model that was also manufactured by SVI. Much better quality than the original 2013 version, but let's take a look at 2021 Wacky Mole.
Step right up, boys and girls. Who's next to get walloped by my hammer? I'll be the first on your block to say, Wacky Mole, club me over the head.
And next up, we have the 2013 version of Wacky Mole Clown from Spirit of Halloween, all the way back from the Clown Train. This is one of my favorite animatronics of all time, right next to the 2021 counterpart. This right here is the OG, manufactured by SVI. Let's take a look.
That Halloween costumes make me crazy. Me wanna follow things with my hammer again. I think I'm going crazy again.
Next, we have the Haunted Hill Farm 2023 Ajal the Graveyard Ghoul static prop. This guy was actually sent to me by Haunted Hill Farm to provide an unboxing here on my channel just last month or 2 months ago, back in July. If you didn't check that video out, go and check it out. So again, thank you so much, Haunted Hill Farm, for sending me this guy. He is absolutely massive, close to 8 feet tall. Well, probably around 7.5 feet tall, so a very, very tall static prop. Take a look at him, Howle, the Graveyard Ghoul. And now, in the back here, we have the Spirit of Halloween 2022 Possessed Pumpkin Animatronic. Obviously, a reskin of Crouchy from 2019. And this guy is manufactured by Party Time, standing at 7 feet tall. Let's take a look.
You little monsters have been carving up my friends for years. Now it's my turn to make a jack-o'-lantern from your head.
Here we have one of the most impressive animatronics that I own. This is the new for 2023 Home Depot Lethal Lily the Witch. Absolutely jam-packed with servo technology. You're going to see that come to play in just a second here. This prop is amazing from Home Depot this season, and I love Lethal Lily. Let's take a look.
Wait, is it a motorized man? Please come closer and let me get a good look at you. Ow! Ow, dear, what's happened to your face? If you'd like, I could turn you into a toad. It would be a definite upgrade, I think.
Jumping from one super realistic servo animatronic to another, this is the Spirit of Halloween 2021 Grim animatronic, manufactured by SVI. This guy, just like Lethal Lily, has a bunch of super awesome servos, which give him the great animation that he has. And this, like I said, is a 2021 model of Grim and not a 2022 model. Let's take a look.
Your host is not here right now. They're busy burying something in the backyard. But we'll have loads of fun while they're gone. The night is young, and I'm ready to party. Are you?
Here we have the Spirit of Halloween 2016 Lunging Pumpkin Carver. Unfortunately, just like last year's collection video, she is still non-functioning and just a static prop. But I mean, still, take a look at how cool that face is with the scar on it. The pumpkin is still a cool looking piece. But yes, unfortunately, she is no longer functioning with her lunging animation, but there she is. Next up, we have the Spirit of Halloween 2019 Bloodthirsty Betty animatronic, manufactured by Crazy Create. Unfortunately, she is no longer functioning with that animation because of just how insane it was. It just completely broke her down. But I mean, still, look at how awesome those eyes are, the bloody teeth, still a perfect static prop in my opinion, and she's still super, super creepy. So there is Bloodthirsty Betty. Next up, we have the Spirit of Halloween Tormented Zombie. This is considered to be very close to the original Spirit animatronic. This guy is so incredibly old, and I mean, you can like see it on how old he is just because the way the skin is and the color of it. Obviously, that head animation is supposed to pick it up, but that obviously is no longer functioning because of just how old this guy has gotten. But it's cool to still have him because he's like a part of Spirit history, but unfortunately a complete static prop. I'll kind of do a 2-for-1 here actually. Behind him we have the Spirit Halloween 2019 Tormented Zombie from Crazy Create. Unfortunately another non-functional animatronic in my collection. And like I mentioned before, here is the second Peekaboo Clown that I have in my collection from Spirit Halloween 2020. You already saw my fully working mint condition one. This is the one that's a lot more finicky. Even though he looks pretty good cosmetically, you can see how good the face is there. You'll see in a second what is wrong with him. He no longer has the animation where he pops backwards, and also as you can see, the arms are already open because they are like super weird in the way they operate now. Sometimes they close, sometimes they open. The only thing that functions like still for sure is the mouth and LCD eyes. So let's take a look.
Where'd everyone go? I can't see, because I had my eyes closed. Blah! But I'll keep them open to see where you run away to. You can run, but you can't hide.
Here we have the Spirit Halloween 2014 pop-up zombie toilet. This was actually my first animatronic ever in the entire collection that you saw in today's video. Unfortunately, he is not functioning anymore. You can kind of see, you can push his head down, and then it just kind of pops right up, and if you plug him in, that animation does not function anymore, but I had to keep him around because he's my first animatronic ever, and like I said for a lot of these ones, still makes for a good static prop. Here we have an ultra rare one. This is the Spirit Halloween 2011 Twilight Twitcher, manufactured by Magic Power Corporation. Now, really, very unfortunately, this guy is no longer functioning. However, when I did first get him, he was actually working. I got him brand new in the box, just 3 years ago, I believe it was, which was insane because obviously this guy came out in 2011. I found one that was never open, and he did work when I got him out of the box. However, about 3 activations later, he did fry, most likely because he was just so old, and his control box and module and everything like that was just very, very untouched, I guess it is. Wasn't used to being activated, and he did end up not working just like a couple of days after I got him. But still an amazing static prop, and it's cool to have such a rare Spirit animatronic, and one that is definitely part of Spirit history. This is the Twilight Twitcher. Now, if you're wondering what my least favorite animatronic is in my entire collection, then your answer is the next entry in this video. This is the 2021 Spirit Halloween Ghostface animatronic, manufactured by Crazy Create. Now, you're probably wondering, if this is my least favorite prop, then why do I even have him? The answer is because I got him for like 30 bucks on Facebook Marketplace, and I couldn't pass the deal up. But after having him for around 2 years, this guy is like basically just a piece of junk. Terrible quality, pretty bad animation. He's just a reskin of the Hauntress, obviously. But this guy is pretty beat up also, which is why he was so cheap. You can kind of see the styrofoam arms. But without any further ado, let's get this over with. Here is the 2021 Ghostface. Next up is one of my absolute favorite animatronics of all time. This guy is definitely in my top 10 for any Halloween company or manufacturer, because this is the Harvester of Souls from Spirit Halloween 2020. Now, this guy right here is an original 2020 model. This is not the 2021 version of Harvester of Souls, manufactured by Techie Design. Let's take a look.
Look at me, just as all the others have. Now that I have you, your soul will be mine forever.
And here we have the new for 2023 Spirit Halloween Darling Dolly animatronic, one of the scariest props that I have in my collection, and a super tall one, standing at around 7 feet tall. Let's take a look at Darling Dolly. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up the biggest video in GM Haunts history, Animatronic Collection 2023. I very much hope that you enjoyed the video, because like I mentioned in the beginning, this was hours upon hours of preparation, building, getting everything out here. Post-production, I'm sure. It was a big undertaking just like last year, but I am certain that the end product will be very enjoyable for you to watch. I am very much looking forward to Animatronic Collection 2024. Hopefully we have maybe 10, 15 more animatronic to take a look at next year, but I guess, remember as always, for everything scary, I'm GM Haunts. I'll see you guys later for more Halloween 2023 videos. Goodbye.